Whether you do it to lose weight, to reach a fitness goal, or dare we say it, just for fun, exercise changes you. Always wanted to know what exactly happens inside your body when you exercise? Then do not worry. Nana and Raj will be guiding us through it. There's a red face and the sweating, the pounding heart and pumping lungs to boost your alertness and mood. But while we all know that staying physically active is essential to a long, healthy, productive life, we don't often understand exactly what's happening behind the scenes. So we ask the experts to take us through it from head to toe. What happens in the body when we exercise. So we will go through it step by step. The first is the muscles. They call on glucose, which is the sugar the body has stored away from the foods we eat in the form of glycogen, for the energy required to contract muscles and spur movement. It also uses adenosine triphosphate, but do not remember that, just remember ATP, which is sort of like a body battery. But the body only has small stores of both glucose and the body battery. After quickly using up these supplies, the body requires extra oxygen to create more body battery, which is ATP. More blood is pumped to the exercising muscles to deliver that additional oxygen. Without enough oxygen, lactic acid will form instead. Lactic acid is typically flushed from the body within 30 to 60 minutes after finishing up a workout. Tiny tears form in the muscles that help them grow bigger and stronger as they heal. Soreness only means that there are changes occurring in those muscles. Your body, especially the lungs, may need up to 15 times more oxygen when you exercise. So you start to breathe faster and heavier. Your breathing rate will increase until the muscles surrounding the lungs just can't move any faster. When you exercise, the heart rate increases to circulate more oxygen via the blood at a quicker pace. The more you exercise, the more efficient the heart becomes at this process, so you can work out harder and longer. Eventually, this will lower resting heart rates in fit people. Exercise also stimulates the growth of new blood vessels, causing blood pressure to decrease. Now let's discuss the stomach and the intestines. Because the body is pumping more blood to the muscles, it takes some away from the systems and functions that aren't top priority at that moment, like digestion. That can result in tummy troubles. Movement, absorption, and secretion in the stomach and intestines can all be affected. And what happens inside the brain? Increased blood flow also benefits the brain. Immediately, the brain cells will start functioning at a higher level, making you feel more alert and awake during exercise and more focused afterwards. When you work out regularly, the brain gets used to this frequent surge of blood and adapts by turning certain genes on or off. Many of these changes boost brain cell functions and protect from diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or even stroke, even ward off age-related decline. The hippocampus is a part of the brain which is highly involved in learning and memory, and it's one of the only sections of the brain that can make new brain cells. Exercise facilitates this, thanks to the extra oxygen in the brain. Even when you stop exercising, those new brain cells survive, whereas many other changes in the brain during exercise eventually return to their normal state should you become less active. The hypothalamus is responsible for body temperature, as well as salt and water balance, among other duties. As your body heats up, it tells the skin to produce sweat to keep you cool. The pituitary gland is a control center in the brain that alerts the adrenal glands to pump out the hormones necessary for movement. It also releases growth hormones. As the body searches for more fuel to burn after using up your glycogen stores, it will turn to either muscle or fat. Human growth hormone acts as a security guard for muscle, telling the body to burn fat for energy instead. Okay, so what about the kidneys? The rate at which the kidneys filter blood can change depending on your level of exertion. After intense exercise, the kidneys allow greater level of protein to be filtered into the urine. They also trigger better water reabsorption, resulting in less urine, in what is likely an attempt to help keep you as hydrated as possible. A number of the so-called stress hormones released by the adrenal glands are actually crucial to exercise. Cortisol, for example, helps the body mobilize its energy stores into fuel. and adrenaline helps our heart beat faster so it can more quickly deliver blood around the body. Okay, so what about the skin? As you pick up the pace, the body, like any engine, produces heat and needs to cool off. The blood vessels in the skin will dilate, increasing blood flow to the skin. The heat then dissipates through the skin into the air. Interesting. So what about the overall face? The capillaries close to the skin surface in the face dilate as well, as they strain to release heat. For some people, this may result in a particularly red face after a workout. And finally, what about the joints? Exercising puts extra weight on the joints, sometimes up to 5 or 6 times more than your body weight. Ankles, knees, hips, elbows, and shoulders all have very different functions but operate in similar ways. Each joint is lined with cushioning tissue at the ends of the bones called cartilage, as well as soft tissue in lubricating fluid to help promote smooth and easy motion. Ligaments and tendons provide stability. Over time, the cushioning around the joints can begin to wear away or degenerate, as happens in people with osteoarthritis, the most common type of arthritis. So as you see, there are major changes going on in your body when you exercise, which is only beneficial to your physical as well as mental health. So whatever you do, just keep it moving. If you missed out on the other episodes concerning nutrition, obesity, hypertension, and diabetes, then do check those out as well. There's some interesting information in there that you need to see. Until then, see you in the next one.